Sure. My name is Kevin Johnson. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Leonard's Express.
Okay.
Our relationship with Gabe D goes back to the early 90s, and it actually started with Gabe's dad, Ray, and my father, Kent.
Okay.
And at that time, our company was called KJ Transportation.
Okay.
And similar type relationship where my dad and his dad forged a relationship where Ray would represent KJ Transportation from a sales standpoint, bring business in the door. I guess close to over 30 years later, his father's out, my father's out, and that relationship has remained throughout. We've always had a business relationship, but in addition to that, we've become good friends. We work well together. We trust each other, and that's where we are today. If you look at Leonard's, we have values that we live by. One of the big things within our organization is family. The D family is like family to us, and I think they feel the same way about the Johnson family. No, we trust each other. We count on each other. We disagree with each other, but when we're all said and done, we remain friends, and we come to a solution that's reasonable for both of us. It has a huge impact on our business. If you look at our top 25 customers, Select Carriers controls a large portion, and I won't say a large portion of that, but a significant portion of our top 25 customers. Gabe is an exceptional salesperson. He has a personal relationship. He works very hard at establishing not just a business relationship with his customers, but getting to know his customers, more so. He tries to establish a personal relationship there as well, and that's bode well for him. It would be hard for me to put an exact percentage of the business that we have that came through Select Carriers, but it's significant. Certainly in north of the 10-15% range. And again, we've always had that relationship, and Gabe doesn't have a lot of turnover with his customers. He's always able, regardless of what the market is, he's able to represent his carriers, and in this case us, to his customers, and figure out a solution that works for both. Yeah, I think it comes down to asset. Specifically from the Leonard side, we're 750 trucks ballpark today. Gabe he brings an asset solution to a customer versus just another broker where they're going to find a load off the spot board, or find a truck off the spot board. He has relationship with their carrier, and they're just an extended sales force of that asset. All customers, it's a negotiation process. Select Carriers handles that for us with the customers that he represents. He works with our teams to put us in a good position to be competitive in that business market. And Gabe does an exceptional job at it. All of Select's salespeople do an excellent job with that. Well, first of all, I'm not sure I would. That's kudos to Select. But what I would, to me, it all comes down to trust. Okay, and I trust Gabe like a brother. I've known Gabe enough to know that he's going to represent our company well. He's going to bring our values, which coincide with his values, to the table to the customer. But from a recommendation standpoint, I would 100% recommend Select Carriers to any carrier out there. Yeah, so I mean, any relationship, you walk before you run. Okay, you develop that trust. Um, the proof is in the pudding. They've got to bring the customers to the table, and Select has year over year, and that's important. So then that relationship just kind of flourished, and through that it started as a business relationship, and the friendship came along with it. Yeah, so specifically to Leonard's, we have growth plans, different depending on what business segment, that we're in. We're heavily involved from a brokerage standpoint. We're heavily involved from an asset standpoint, and we're heavily involved from a warehouse standpoint. Select Carriers has the ability to represent us in all three of those categories. Select Carriers, they participate in our sales meeting. We share our growth plans with them. We include them in our business plan. And that's how it's working, and I expect that'll continue in the future. The biggest value is that they know our company. They figure that out. They know our strengths. They know our weaknesses. They know our lanes. They sell to those lanes. They get to know the company, and then they represent the company well. I think that's their biggest strength. And when they go to one of their customers, they're not risking anything. They know what they're representing, and if they're awarded the business, the carrier will come through. Very easy for me to talk about Select Carriers.